Here we're looking at the first muscle in the chest for the ATC, pectoralis major. And there's a lot going on here, guys. So let me just talk you through it. It is a muscle, perhaps for juniors, the first muscle you've seen with 3 separate heads. Starting first with this orange head here, this is what we call the clavicular head. Second, along the sternum would be the sternal head. And third, we call the costal head here on the ribs, or the costals. The reason I've drawn it on this side is because it actually sits deep to the sternal head. So we'd have to peel the sternal head back to see this costal head, okay? So the clavicular head is going to originate on the medial third of the clavicle. The sternal head is going to originate along the sternum from the manubrium to xiphoid process. And last is going to be the costal head, originating on the first 6 costal cartilages. So, makes sense, right? The costal head originating on the costals, the sternal head originating on the sternum, and the clavicular head originating on the clavicle. All 3 heads are going to share the same insertion along the lateral lip of the bicipital groove of the humerus, which is going to sit right in your book you might see it as the intertubercular groove, but that's the bicipital groove between the greater and lesser tubercle right there. Okay. All 3 heads are sharing the same actions, primarily of flexion of the humerus, adduction of the humerus, and medial rotation of the humerus. Okay. You will also see depression of the shoulder, which is generally something you would do, say, in a dip, where you're depressing the shoulders down to bring your body up in gravity, which is essentially kind of along the same lines as adduction. So for me, guys, the big thing is just to remember the 3 main actions: flexion, adduction, medial rotation, the big 3 movements of pec major.